Well, I woke up this morning from a reoccurring dream.
Hello, people. I am Jaby KOAY, joined by SYNTELL KOAY.
Yo, what's cracking, baby?
And we're looking at proof of multiverse in Ramayana. Indian Monk is the YouTube channel this video hails from. So if you enjoy the video we're about to watch, go ahead and give that this channel a subscribe. There's a link in the description below. You can click on that and give the original a vote while you're at it. Also, subscribe here, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Let's jump into this. Here we go. Just so y'all know, SYNTELL is like one of the perfect people to do a multiverse discussion with. Sci-fi and what have you. So here we go.
Perhaps one of the most exciting and unsettling concepts in modern cosmology is the theory that we inhabit a multiverse. According to this theory, our universe is not the only universe. There are many others, perhaps an infinite number, each with different physical properties. This concept may be novel and disconcerting to scientists, but it rests very comfortably in ancient Hindu cosmology. The Vedas and other Hindu scriptures are believed to date from 5000 BC to 26,000 BC, are full of descriptions of many worlds whose inhabitants are ruled by kings on the human universe and gods on the higher universe. The many gods, in turn, belong to many different universes and plans of existence. The idea of a physical multiverse came later to modern science than it did to Hinduism. The concept that time is cyclical may sound strange to some, but it is true that it will happen over and over again. One hypothesis states that there is even the possibility of having the same Earth as ours and that the same events are happening there too. Which means that you are experiencing this moment in another place, which may sound strange. But this is a possibility according to science and Vedic scriptures in other universes. One could be living in the future or perhaps in the past. For example, maybe you are experiencing a part of the Ramayana or Mahabharata or any other event from past history in some other universe at the same time as now. According to science, these possibilities may be there, but Hinduism believes that there is a multiverse in which things repeat themselves for ages, and it is a cyclical and unstoppable process. Ramayana is a Sanskrit epic that dates back to ancient India and tells the story of Lord Ram, who is an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Lord Ram was about to complete his incarnation period and he called Yam, the god of death, to fetch him. But Yam couldn't because Lord Hanuman was guarding the gate of Ayodhya, and he did not let Yam in because Hanuman swore to keep death away from his lord. But as Lord Ram knew things had to go on, and one day he dropped his ring into a crack of the earth and asked Hanuman to bring it to him. And with his powers, Hanuman shrank in size and followed the crack to Patal Lok, and then he met the serpent king Vasuki, who knew the cycle of life and death, and took Hanuman to the mountain of rings, where Hanuman realized that all those rings were from Lord Ram and told him, who asked Vasuki about the mysterious series of events. Then Vasuki explained that each ring represents the cycle of time called Kal Chakra, which has 4 quadrants. Ram was incarnated in Treta Yuga, and then one day a ring will fall in the lower world, Patal Lok, and Hanuman will come looking for the ring, and up there Lord Ram will complete his incarnation period. So there are millions of billions of these Kal Chakra which have come across multiple parallel universes. Lord Ram would end his carnation and take birth again and again. However, the cycle never breaks and it repeats itself again and again. Hanuman then learned of Lord Rama's motive by informing him about his various incarnations in different universes so that he would let him go with Yam to die and to take birth again. This proved...
I have a question for you.
Okay.
2 questions. How would you feel if you found definitive proof that there is no multiverse?
That there is none, it'd be a little disappointing. But then also, it would also make this life that much more precious. It'd be a little bittersweet, and I would definitely take this life even more serious. Not that I don't take life serious as it is, but a little bit more. You?
It would make me sad for sure. Because, like, this, I love the imagination of, like, well, what's out there? Like, if I have found out that there's no other life in the universe, like, they found proof, like, this is it. Like, while that makes us special, that is really disappointing. We have aspirations to meet other species. Like, that's why you have shows like Star Trek or movies like Star Wars and whatever, all these science fiction things, because we want that to be a thing. Like, we are natural explorers as a species. That's why we sailed the seas and conquered all of Earth. Like, but we're not done. We want to explore more. There's got to be more. This can't be it. The other thing I want to ask you is, how would you feel if you found out that this cyclical thing of everything repeating itself was true? Like, you'll be back here again, shooting this video with me again.
I don't know if I would be as excited about the cyclical thing. But then again, I'm thinking in terms of like short term, right? Like, in 10 years we'll be doing this again. That seems like it would suck after a while, right?
Yeah.
But if you're talking about like, a trillion years down the road and then I'm going to do it all over again, then sure, that wouldn't seem so bad because it wouldn't seem so boring. I wouldn't doubt that if all that's real. Yeah. I mean, if it repeats, and if it repeats in multiple different levels and multiple different dimensions, like my man who's dropping the ring, he's like, yo, it's not just me. There's like a infinite amount of different variations. So you might as well let me in. And he went and saw the proof. So I need that.
Yeah.
I need that in my life.
This proves the existence of a parallel universe, since many times in process is happening and will continue to happen as well. Be kind and be happy, because in some other universe, there is a possibility that Lord Rama is in Lanka attacking Ravan also now. These concepts are a bit tricky, and we don't need to worry about that, because at this present on Earth, Lord Ram has come before, and the next incarnation of Lord Vishnu, namely Kalki, will come in the future. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video.
I enjoyed this in a broad conceptual way, but I don't know that I really got a lot of meat out of the video, because she was saying these things, and I suppose it's expected that you'll know who some of these characters are from Hinduism and whatnot, who these gods are, and you'll be able to connect the dots off of the fractional information. But for me, who has no Hinduism like background or understanding beyond like a cursory, at best, like I'm like, okay, I'm keeping up. Okay, that's interesting. I'm lost. Yeah, so, but like the broader concepts that it's espousing, I guess, I'm digging. It's just interesting. It's like, it's a different look at reincarnation, I guess.
I dig it because she's kind of taking the approach to me like, yeah, the science and all this is cool and all, but we've been talking about this for the past 20,000 years. 5,000, 20,000 years. So let's not just give all the credit to science. These high thought, high concept ideas is just, so it's a part of our history. And I think we've had this conversation before regarding like some of the high thought, high processing ideas that bigger civilizations have done, such as the one that we're just speaking about right now. We're talking about the Aztecs and the Incas, the Mayans, the Egyptians. And we look at them as like sometimes being backwards or less than because of the science that doesn't fit our palate today. When the truth is, they probably are far more observant as to how the world works because they had zero distractions. You had people that sat there and stared at the sky their entire life, noticed every single slight pattern, every piece of nature that speaks to them on a way higher level, far more aware than any of us could possibly be because we have so many other things taking our time. And they sat there and talked to each other and proposed high concepts and was like, how does this sound? How does this work? So I certainly think that there's a lot of truth to a lot of these ancient beliefs regarding our solar system, regarding the higher powers, regarding multiple dimensions. So when I see stuff like this, I'm like, yeah, of course, and I'm a man of science. I love science, hugely love it. But there is something about the wisdom of older civilizations that took the necessary time to really dig into the details.
Yeah, it's fascinating. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed this this reaction video. If you enjoyed the thing that we watched, the video that we watched, Proof of Multiverse and Ramayana, subscribe to Indian Monk. There's a link in the description below. You can click on that, give the original upvote, and subscribe to them from there. Subscribe here as well, bell icon, all notifications, vote this up. I am Jaby KOAY. This is...
Hey, it's your boy SYNTELL.
Peace out.